I suffered from abdominal symptoms like diarrhea, indigestion, gas, bloating for several years, and it took me years, even after becoming a doctor, to figure out what my body actually needed and how I could incorporate different diets to help quell the symptoms and kind of revamp my health. I'm Dr. Hassan. I'm a board-certified anesthesiologist. I like to go to the gym, I like to work out, and I like to think about diets. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video, we're going to talk about are 5 food groups that you can eliminate or decrease to hopefully help you in your pursuit of getting rid of your IBS symptoms, getting rid of your chronic diarrhea, or getting rid of your chronic bloating. I really want to preface this video by saying every single patient, every single person that's watching this video, each of your stories are unique. Your microbiome, your gut biome, your stomach in general is different from person to person. I'm not only talking about the bacteria or the makeup of the colon itself, I'm talking about your body as a whole. The medical problems, the medical issues, and your overall health are different for each individual. So that really affects what type of food you really need and what type of foods you can avoid. So this is not an exhaustive list, and some of these might apply to you, some of these might not. Always check with your own physician before you start any new diet. If you guys can, I try to make these videos in my spare time. If you can like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I love you guys. Now, the first food you really want to think about eliminating or trial eliminating is dairy. Why do I say that? It's because not only is it lactose intolerant individuals that get affected by dairy, but lactose is actually a very difficult sugar for your body to break down inside your gut, even if you have the enzymes present. This is very typical when you think about kids, especially in their early teen years, when they have difficulty with their bowels and they drink a lot of milk, especially a cup of milk before they go to sleep, a cup of milk when they wake up, and more milk during the day. Grown adults, especially people that are viewing this video, give yourself a trial. Try avoiding dairy products for a week. See how you feel. Let me give you my own example. I was a big proponent of eating dairy all the time. I drank milk, I had ice cream, I had yogurt, I ate a lot of cheese. I thought the protein value was totally worth it. Then when it got to a boiling point, when I really needed to figure out what to avoid, I did an allergy test. I found out that I was sensitive to milk. I avoided milk for almost a period of 3 months consecutively. I'll be honest with you when I tell you that the level of inflammation in my body definitely came down. Not only did I have decrease in diarrhea, indigestion, abdominal pain, but the arthritis, the back pain, and my skin in general improved significantly. Now, I'm not sure if I'm actually lactose intolerant or I just have a sensitivity to milk, but what I did realize is the quantity and the amount of milk that I was drinking before stopping it was quite a lot. Obviously, I've changed up my diet a little bit. I still drink milk. I don't avoid milk altogether, but I take it down a bunch of notches after letting my body reset. The reset period for me took about 3 to 6 months. It might take you longer, it might take you shorter. It really just depends on you, the individual watching this video. Now, I'm not saying milk is bad for you. I'm saying milk is good for you, but in smaller quantities, and maybe that's the reason you're having IBS. Number 2, I want to talk to you about greasy foods. Before I tried my elimination diet, I used to have a lot of meat that was deep fried. I'm talking about fried chicken, fried beef, fried turkey. And I used to love fried foods, especially fried meats, but you know, fried anything, French fries, burgers, whatever. When I thought about seriously doing an elimination diet, I thought intrinsically, how does fried food broken down in your body? It goes into your stomach, into your intestines. Your pancreas releases all sorts of enzymes to help break down that especially hydrogenated food. If you don't believe me, take a chicken wing and leave it on the counter for 3 days. See what happens. Usually it doesn't break down and get moldy and infected because the hydrogenated oils, that deep frying mechanism, acts as a protective barrier around the food itself. And that level of frying prevents bacteria from breaking down food. Imagine how hard it is for your stomach, how many extra fluids have to be released from your pancreas, from your gallbladder, from your liver, just to break down one of those deep fried meals. Now, I'm not gonna say that I don't have deep fried food anymore. I'm not like an alien. I'm not some sort of extreme athlete, but I will say is when I stopped it for 3 to 6 months, the amount of improvement that I saw in my body was drastic. Not only did I start to shed pounds, but the taxation on my GI tract felt like a weight lifted off of my stomach, if that makes any sense. I almost felt like my digestive tract needed a break. And that's why I'm a big proponent of the elimination diet. Eliminate everything and add everything back slowly and see how much it is that you can handle. Over the course of our lifetimes, we add more and more and more. So going from 1 pizza a week to 2 pizzas a week to 3 pizzas a week, we think it's a natural progression, but what we fail to realize as human beings that your organs are just like muscles. They get tired too. There's a maximum amount of food that they can take. There's a maximum type of food that they can eat. And because of that, you have to be cognizant. You have to give them a break, let them relax, and then, you know, start all over. Me personally, I do eat fried foods once in a while, but not very often, maybe a few times a month. I try to avoid fried chicken, I try to avoid fried burgers, unless of course it's the animal fat that they're being cooked in. I'm not a fan of the oils that are used in the general market today, but that being said, you know, each his own. Try your own elimination diet before you progress. Now on to number 3, another ingredient that I completely eliminated, that I eliminate even to this day for the most part, fake substitute sugars. I'm talking about your diet sodas, your diet energy drinks, Splenda. Reason why I thought to eliminate this is because one, they're not natural, but the main reason is because of the overwhelming amount of research you hear about them messing with your gut microbiome and the overwhelming amount of research that links your gut microbiome to your brain. So because of that, I realized that going natural, whether it's honey or regular cane sugar, is probably a better alternative than having the fake sugars. Now again, I'm not an alien. I don't avoid it altogether. I will choose a diet soda over a regular soda any day. But that being said, the amount of fake sugars being added to my daily diet has gone almost to zero. Now I will have, you know, a Gatorade Zero or a Coke Zero when I'm out with friends or, you know, enjoying life. But for my day-to-day, I try to drink water, black coffee, try to eliminate any of the fake stuff that I can. I've done it for almost a year now. I'll tell you, my gut feels a lot better. We all know that the fake sugars do mess up the gut microbiome as well. So, you know, there's that added benefit as well. Number 4, now this one I did eliminate for a while and I'm still kind of eliminating in the process, that's spicy food. Spicy food for me as a Pakistani brown individual is very hard to eliminate in general. Also, I am a lover of spicy food. I'm talking habanero peppers, jalapeno peppers, any type of pepper you can think of, cayenne pepper. I used to eat it all. I'd put in all my ground meats, especially when I went out to eat, I'd get level 5 if I could. I'd get Thai spicy, so I love spice. But I will be honest to you, since I started my diet almost a year ago, I've eliminated probably 90-95% of the spicy, extra spicy food that I used to eat. And I will say that my body is definitely better for it. I don't know if that increases the amount of inflammation in your body, if it just taxes your stomach lining and your colonic lining in general. I don't have any scientific data to back it up other than the fact that most people tell you that if you eat a lot of spicy food, you get a lot of more acid production in your stomach and you can have more chances of ulcers. So because of that reasoning, I thought, hey, maybe I should scale it back. I cut it all the way back down to crushed red peppers as my spice of choice. I'm not eating habaneros or cayenne anymore. I will say I do feel better for it, but I'm not gonna say that that was a key cog into my transition. Number 5, the last food group that I decided to eliminate from my diet, I took it stepwise down because I know the importance of fiber, but I understand that my insides are just like my outsides. They're just muscles and sometimes they need a little bit of relaxation and they need time to heal. And because of that, I decided to cut back the amount of fiber that I was eating, 1, and number 2, I decided to cut back the type of fiber that I was eating. I did not want to eat the harder, more tough type of fiber to digest. I wanted to give my body a break. So I gave my intestines and my stomach a 3-month, 6-month break by decreasing the amount of total oatmeal that I ate. Not only that, cutting back from the steel cut oatmeal to the more, you know, refined processed oatmeal. I'm not a huge fan of processed oatmeal, but I wanted to give my body a break and I knew it was for a short period of time. I've steadily introduced back the amount of oatmeal that I used to eat before, but with the understanding that I'm not gonna overload my system. So I wouldn't really recommend decreasing the amount of fiber, but what I would say is maybe you wanna kinda adjust it a little bit. If you're gonna give your body a 3-month break, if you're gonna give your intestines and your intestinal tract a 3-month break, you might want to think about the type of fiber you put inside your body. All that being said, the ability to get rid of IBS symptoms takes a lot of work. I'm not telling you this is the answer. I'm just saying maybe this is worth a shot. I myself did not have irritable bowel disease as a diagnosis, but I had the syndrome, I had the feeling, I had the diarrhea, I had the issues with my GI tract, difficulty digesting foods, difficulty getting the nutrients that I needed. I did do this elimination diet. It did make a huge difference in my overall health. And because of that, I would recommend doing it if it's safe for you. Always check with your own physician, your own provider to make sure it's safe to go on this type of diet. Make sure that you're always being safe. I love you guys. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Tell me if you've tried this. What other tips do you have? Let's make a community out of it. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.